The ancestors of the Etruscans were an Altaic tribe that migrated from Central Asia to Anatolia in the 2nd millennium BC. There they interacted and mingled with the Hittites and Greeks, and following the Bronze Age collapse, fled to central Italy, where they gave rise to the Villanovan culture in the 10th century BC. The Etruscans referred to themselves as Rasana. Their language was Mongolic in origin, but borrowed heavily from ancient Indo-European vocabulary. Their massive stone tombs were modeled after their dwellings, which were originally yurts and wooden huts. Their religion was based on shamanism and animism, but also included a pantheon of Greco-Roman deities. They believed in the afterlife and the power of divination. Their mythology was rife with supernatural creatures such as Typhon and Echidna and their offspring, namely Cerberus, Hydra, and Chimera. They built megalithic walls, temples, ziggurats, and pyramids, whose ruins have been discovered in dense vegetation. Here one can still taste the cool tranquility of their oracles and poets, enraptured by nature's mysteries. When the early Romans entered the Etruscan country, they were astonished by their advanced civilization. The city of Viterbo was already old by the time it was visited by the Romans. Etruscan architects helped develop Rome and built its first temple dedicated to Jupiter. However, by the 1st century BC, the Etruscan civilization had begun to decline, and the Etruscan country was quickly incorporated into the burgeoning Roman Empire. In the 6th century, central Italy was contended between the Eastern Roman Empire and the Ostrogothic kingdom, until it was conquered by the Lombards. Viterbo was the favorite residence of many popes from the 12th to the 16th centuries, as well as the seat of anti-pope Paschal III from 1164 to 1168. In the 12th and 13th centuries, Viterbo was the headquarters of the Knights Templar in Italy, who were disbanded by the church in 1312. Then the wealthy De Vito family rose to power, but they too were overthrown by the church in 1435. The Papal Palace remains the most imposing fortress in the city to this day. Located about 50 kilometers north of Rome in the geographical center of Italy, Viterbo was connected to Rome by the Cassia Road and the Frankish route. The city also boasts an extensive network of underground tunnels and catacombs, and its surroundings are rich in natural springs. The most popular one, named Vulcane, was described by Dante, and I quote, "In silence we had reached a place where flowed a slender watercourse out of the woods, a stream whose redness makes me shudder still. As from the Vulcane pours a brook, whose waters are then shared by prostitutes, so did the stream run down across the sand." Esotericist Giovanni Nani, born in Viterbo in 1437, wrote extensively on Etruscan history, legends, and myths. The sacred grove of Bomarzo was built in the 16th century. It draws inspiration from Etruscan mythology and features a stone temple and a few larger-than-life statues. Born in Viterbo in 1564, Cardinal Scipione Cobelluzzi became the first official custodian of the Vatican's secret archives. About 15 kilometers northwest of Viterbo, Lake Bolsena, the largest volcanic lake in Europe, contains 2 medium-sized islands and a few uninhabitable islets. A 16th century nobleman named Petrus Consalvus lived in a castle overlooking the lake. He was nicknamed the Werewolf because he and his children were affected by hypertrichosis, meaning that most of their face and body were covered in thick hair. Another curious character was Amantius. Worshipped as a Christian martyr, And famous for his embroidered outfits, he was thought to be a hermaphrodite, and actually bore a striking resemblance to the Taoist character Lan Caihe. His mummified body is preserved in a church about 7 kilometers northeast of Viterbo's city center.